Achievement is not an accident, and it's never a matter of luck. It's a journey that begins long before the results ever show. Every goal, every dream, every breakthrough starts with the decision to draw your own map. Most people drift through life hoping to arrive at success, but hope is not a strategy. You need a direction. You need a plan. You need a map that guides your steps, your habits, and your focus. And the beauty is, you are the one who gets to create it. The map of achievement isn't written in complex formulas or hidden secrets. It's drawn through choices, responsibilities, and disciplines. It's formed by the people you associate with, the books you read, and the beliefs you carry. This map becomes clearer every time you challenge yourself, every time you learn something new, and every time you refuse to quit when things get difficult. You don't need to wait for perfect conditions. You don't need someone to hand you the path. You only need the willingness to take control of your direction. When you understand that achievement is a design, not a coincidence, you begin to realize the incredible power you already possess. Your map is waiting. Start drawing it. Clarity of direction is the starting point of every meaningful achievement. Without clarity, life becomes a journey without a destination, a long walk with no finish line. Most people don't fail because they lack talent or opportunity. They fail because they never defined what they truly want. When you don't know where you're going, every path looks tempting, every distraction looks important, and every setback feels like the end. But when your direction is clear, your mind becomes sharper, your choices become wiser, and your energy becomes focused. Clarity begins with asking yourself honest questions. What do I want? Why does it matter? What difference will it make if I achieve it? A clear goal pulls you forward, while an unclear one leaves you wandering. When the destination is specific, whether it's earning a certain income, mastering a skill, improving your health, or building a business, your daily decisions start aligning with that vision. You begin to choose what serves your future, not just what feels good in the moment. Clarity also protects you. It protects you from wasting years on the wrong things. It protects you from comparing your journey to others. It protects you from giving up too early because you know what you're chasing and why it's worth it. Think of clarity as the compass of achievement. It doesn't magically solve every problem, but it tells you which direction to walk. And once you know the direction, you don't need to see the whole road. You just need to take the next step, then the next, and the next after that. When your direction is clear, your life becomes intentional. Your actions become purposeful. And achievement stops being a mystery. It becomes a predictable result of knowing exactly where you're going. Personal responsibility is the turning point of every great achievement. Nothing in your life truly changes until you look in the mirror and accept that you are responsible for the direction you take, the habits you practice, and the results you experience. It's easy to blame the economy, the circumstances, the people around you, or even the past. But excuses build walls, responsibility builds doors. And every door you need, every opportunity, every breakthrough begins with the decision to take ownership of your life. Responsibility doesn't mean everything is your fault. It means everything is your move. You may not control the weather, but you control how you prepare. You may not control how others treat you, but you control how you respond. You may not control the challenges, but you control your attitude, your effort, and your willingness to grow through them. Once you embrace responsibility, something powerful happens. You regain your freedom. You stop waiting for someone to rescue you. You stop hoping circumstances will magically improve. You stop living as if life owes you something. Instead, you step into the role of creator, designer, and builder of your own future. Responsibility also brings clarity. When you accept that your choices shape your reality, you begin to choose more carefully. You start aligning your actions with your goals. You become more disciplined with your time, more selective with your environment, and more intentional with your decisions. And most importantly, responsibility strengthens you. It gives you confidence because you're no longer at the mercy of luck or chance. You understand that if you can change yourself, you can change anything. Achievement doesn't start with external advantages. It starts with internal ownership. The moment you take responsibility for your life is the moment your life begins to rise. Daily disciplines are the quiet architects of achievement. Success is never the result of one big decision, one lucky moment, or one dramatic event. It's built through small, consistent actions repeated long enough to create momentum. Most people underestimate the power of a simple discipline done every day. They think success requires complexity, but the truth is far more practical. It requires consistency. A discipline is a choice you make today that shapes who you become tomorrow. It might be reading for 30 minutes, saving a little money, exercising even when you don't feel like it, improving your skills, waking up earlier, or using your time wisely instead of wasting it. These actions may seem insignificant in the moment, but compound over months and years. They form the map that leads to extraordinary results. The danger lies in neglect, because neglect works the same way. Missing one day doesn't hurt you, but missing several creates a pattern, and patterns shape destiny. Just as a small discipline builds, a small neglect destroys. Achievement requires choosing the disciplines that support your direction and staying loyal to them even when no one is watching. Daily disciplines also strengthen your character. They build self-trust, the confidence that you can depend on yourself. When you keep your word to yourself, your belief grows. You begin to feel stronger, more capable, more focused, and that inner strength becomes a foundation you can build your entire future on. The great advantage of daily disciplines is that you don't have to be perfect. You just have to be persistent. Small steps taken consistently outperform big steps taken occasionally. Success is not about intensity, it's about continuity. When your disciplines align with your goals, achievement becomes inevitable. Not by force, but by design. Your environment is one of the most powerful forces shaping your journey. Even the strongest ambition can be weakened by the wrong surroundings, and even the smallest dream can grow when planted in the right soil. The people you walk with, the conversations you engage in, the habits you observe, these elements slowly, quietly influence your direction, your mindset, and your expectations for yourself. You rise or fall to the level of the environment you stay in. If you spend time around people who complain, blame, and settle, you will eventually start doing the same. Not because you want to, but because environment is contagious. But if you surround yourself with people who dream bigger, work harder, and strive for something better, you begin to stretch your own limits. You begin to believe more is possible. Your environment becomes your silent teacher. Sometimes achievement requires distance. Distance from negativity, from unhealthy patterns, from relationships that drain your energy or limit your vision. This is not about arrogance. It's about survival. You cannot grow in a place that refuses to grow. And you cannot reach new heights while staying in circles that only encourage comfort. Your environment should challenge you. It should push you, inspire you, and remind you of what you're capable of. Even simple changes can make a difference. Reading better books, listening to meaningful ideas, spending time with disciplined people, being around those who talk about solutions instead of problems. The truth is, you don't just choose your goals, you choose the environment that makes those goals possible. Achievement is rarely created alone. It is nurtured by the right support, the right examples, and the right atmosphere. When you align your environment with your ambition, the path becomes clearer, the journey becomes smoother, and the destination becomes closer. Continuous learning is the fuel that keeps achievement alive. You cannot expect new results with old knowledge. Every next level of your life will always demand a next level of understanding, skill, and perspective. Growth is not automatic, it is intentional. And the people who achieve the most are the ones who never stop learning, never stop questioning, and never stop expanding who they are. Learning opens doors that effort alone cannot. It helps you think differently, make better decisions, and avoid mistakes that others spend years repeating. A single new idea can change the entire course of your life. A single new skill can multiply your opportunities. A single new perspective can turn frustration into clarity. That is the power of continuous learning. It multiplies your potential far beyond what you imagined. But learning is not just about consuming information, it's about transformation. It's about applying what you learn, experimenting with it, and allowing it to sharpen your thinking. Many people read, listen, and watch, but they never implement. Real achievement comes when learning becomes action, when knowledge becomes behavior. Continuous learning also keeps you humble. It reminds you that no matter how much you know, there is always more to understand. It keeps your mind open, curious, and adaptable. And in a world that changes quickly, adaptability is strength. When you commit to continuous learning, you separate yourself from the crowd. Most people stop learning once they finish school, but true achievers treat life itself as their classroom. Every day, every experience, every challenge becomes a lesson. Your mind is your greatest asset, and the more you invest in it, the more valuable your future becomes. Keep learning, keep growing, and you'll find that achievement follows the person who refuses to stop becoming better. Obstacles are not signs to quit, they are signals to grow. The map you create for achievement will never perfectly match the terrain you walk through. Life will test you, plans will shift, situations will surprise you. But these challenges are not meant to break you. They are meant to build you into the kind of person who can handle the success you're pursuing. When obstacles appear, many people see them as reasons to stop. They think the path is wrong because it's difficult. But difficulty is part of the journey. Every meaningful goal demands resilience. Every strong character is shaped by pressure. The obstacle is not there to deny you the destination, it's there to prepare you for it. Adapting to obstacles means adjusting without abandoning your purpose. It means being flexible with your methods, but firm with your vision. Sometimes you'll need a new strategy. Sometimes you'll need more patience. Sometimes you'll need to learn a new skill or seek advice from someone wiser. That's not failure, that's refinement. Obstacles teach you things comfort never will. They reveal your strengths, expose your weaknesses, and force you to grow in ways you wouldn't have chosen on your own. They make you more disciplined, more creative, and more determined. And with every challenge you overcome, your confidence expands. You begin to trust your ability to navigate whatever comes next. Remember, the map is not the journey. It gives direction, but the terrain gives development. And development is what makes achievement meaningful. Without obstacles, success would feel shallow. With them,